I am here with RMU Volleyball's Emma Brown. Emma, how are you today?
I am great. How are you?
Doing good. So, let's get right into it. So, first of all, how did you get into volleyball?
That's a good question. So, actually, I come from a family of volleyball players. My four older cousins, they're all girls, and they all played volleyball. So, in about third grade, I think I started playing volleyball because I just wanted to be just like my cousins. And then I started taking it really seriously around sixth grade, I would say. That's when I started playing club volleyball. And then ever since then, I've just fell in love with it. I used to play like basketball and lacrosse before then, but I quit because I loved volleyball so much. So I think I stopped playing those around right before I went into high school, and then I've been playing ever since. So I've been playing for a while.
So, were your cousins some of the major impacts on your life trying to get into volleyball, and were they there with you from the start of volleyball all the way till the end of your high school career?
Yeah, good question. So yes, actually, they're some of them are pretty older than me, but one of them, she's only a few years older than me, and I was lucky enough to play with her in high school. And now she plays at Illinois, and she's amazing. She's such a role model for me. I mean, on and off the court for sure. Like, she excels in the classroom. She excels as a person in community service. She's amazing. So, yeah, definitely I would say she had the biggest impact on me, not only in volleyball, but outside of volleyball as well.
So, towards the end of your high school, you're looking for schools to go to. Was RMU an easy choice, and what made RMU stand out for you?
Okay, yeah, good question. So actually, I played a lot of different positions in high school. I was an outside, I was a setter, I was a DS, and I was also a middle, which is what I play now. But yeah, and so I kind of wanted to be a middle going into college. So I was trying to find a school that wanted me to be a middle. A lot of schools wanted me as a right side or an outside, but I really wanted to be a middle. And I also didn't want a school that was too big. And I wanted computer science, and the school had cybersecurity. So after I came here, I think this was one of my last visits that I went on. And I just knew, like, my parents knew too. Like, it was just like, wow, like, this feels right. Like, the coaches feel like they're going to take care of me. It seems like a safe place. Academics seemed amazing. And then volleyball was just a plus onto all of that.
So, now we're going to work our way into college. From high school to college, was the NCAA game a eye-opener for you?
Yeah, definitely. In club, I played against a lot of people who did go into like the Big Ten volleyball, so I did play against like a lot of great athletes. But you know, it's pretty fast paced in college. There's some big girls, like especially me. I'm pretty small for my position. I'm 5'10", and most girls in my position are like 6'2", 6'3". So yeah, it was a big change. You know, every team you play, they're good. Like, you always have to have your best game, and that's something that I think is really different. Like, you could play teams that aren't very good, but every team, especially in the Horizon League, they're amazing. Like, you have to be on your game all the time.
So, did you have someone on campus to help you adjust to the game on and off the court for the college life?
Yeah, kind of. I think everyone will. The two girls who came into college with me, I think they helped a lot because they were going through the same things that I was. And then we had some great leaders my freshman year who helped us out and kind of understood. And then our head coach, who now Danny, he was actually our assistant coach at the time, and I think he had like the biggest impact on all of us because he made sure to always check in with us, have like meetings, and talk about how fast paced it is and how we were doing mentally. Like, I think that was a big aspect of it, like understanding the mental aspects of on the court, off the court, and handling everything, even when things don't go your way. So I think our assistant coach really helped us, Danny. He really was there for all of us, and that definitely helped a lot.
Yeah, and when you were a freshman, you were dealing with COVID-19. What was the impact of that for you?
Yeah, so that was kind of rough because we had our season moved from the fall into the spring, and so our fall was technically like our off season, so it was a lot of training, a lot of conditioning, and a lot of lifting. So that was kind of hard to come into like all this physical activity at once. And then it was kind of also unfortunate because we weren't supposed to hang out with people on our team. So it was like you kind of had to stay with people you lived with. So we didn't get a lot of like team bonding. So I wish I would have gotten closer with the people who were seniors that year because I really didn't get that close to them because we didn't get to hang out as much. So I am thankful that we had that season, though, to prepare for the spring because that's something most freshmen don't get. They kind of just go right into the season. But I was lucky enough to have, a off season to prepare and to train, to get used to, like, our offense and everything before we went into our season.
Yeah. And now we're at your junior year. How far do you think you have grown since day one? And then how far have you also thought the team has come since day one?
Yeah, I would say I'm a very different person than who I was my freshman year. We don't always have the most success in RMU volleyball, but we always focus on growth. And I think something that the team has, is pretty evident is that we always are growing. Like every game, we are doing something different. We are learning something new, and new aspects come out in place. Now, the outcome isn't always the best, but we're always growing. And personally, I think I've learned how to face adversity pretty well. Dealing with tougher teammates or dealing with a tougher coach, I think I've learned to take things better, especially mentally. I know I've gotten better at controlling it inside my mind.
And you are one of the loudest people on the court. We always see you cheering on the team and always encouraging them. You're one of the leaders of the teams. What made you become that person? And also, what makes that you?
Yeah, okay, so I would say my freshman year I was pretty quiet. And I was also on the sidelines a lot my freshman year. And so instead of using my voice more, I pounded a clipboard, which I just think is so funny. But yeah, honestly, I don't know where it comes from. I think I'm very passionate about this sport. I'm very passionate about my teammates, and I genuinely just want the best for them. If they're playing good, I'm hyped up. I will hype you up. I think that's my main goal. No matter if I'm playing good or not, you can always count on me being loud, which I think some of my teammates appreciate. It's really cool if someone gets a great kill or a great block. You got to celebrate it. You got to let them know. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it just comes from my passion for the sport, if anything.
Yeah. So you mentioned earlier about the coaching change and Coach Doherty taking over. How has that been so far this year, and what impact has he left on you?
Yeah, well, before he became head coach, we were all really hoping he was going to apply for the job. We really wanted him to become our head coach because everyone had a great relationship with him. That's something that Danny really focuses on, is as you, me, Emma Brown, the person, not Emma Brown, the volleyball player, which he can switch it on and off, which is great because, you need someone who checks in on your academics, who checks in on your mental health, who checks in on your volleyball playing. And I think that's something that our last coach did lack is, checking up on us as a person and understanding, that we're people too. We have bad days and we just need to learn to bounce back from it. So Danny, I think, really shows us what it's like to balance between your mental health and, you as a person and your sport, and kind of combining the two of those.
Yeah. And you came in with a big class. You're currently with Abby and Annie. Mm-hmm. How's your relationship with them been over the 3 years?
Yeah, I would say I always describe it as we're sisters. We really are. We're also roommates too, and we have been. We chose to be roommates this year as well. So, I love them to death. They truly are my best friends, and I can talk to them about anything, whether that's volleyball related or if it's off the court. I know I can always rely on them, which is really nice to have because they know they've gone through the same things that I have. But, we get in, little arguments every now and then, just like sisters. I think that's why I describe it as sisters, because one minute we can be annoyed with each other, and the next minute we're going shopping together, or we're going to go get coffee or something. So it's a great relationship, and I definitely could not have lasted this far without them.
Mm-hmm. And you guys started off the season with a good start, mm-hmm. and conference play has been a little difficult for you guys.
Yeah.
What are some expectations and goals for the team right now, and what are some expectations and goals for yourself?
Yeah, so before the season started, we set some goals for the team, and, we're realistic. We haven't done well in the Horizon League the past 2 years, so we made a goal to get 6th in the Horizon League. Currently, we're ranked last, but we just finished the first round of playing everyone, so now we're going to go back through the second round. So now on our scouting sheets, we're seeing familiar faces. We understand how people play more. So I'm hoping we'll win some more games, and we will get that, overall goal of sixth. Personally, I just want growth for myself on the court. I would like to, increase my gameplay, and I would like to understand and lead the team a little bit better, and motivate them to play their best, because I think that is something we're struggling with, is consistently playing well. So I hope I can, help relate to the girls and try to understand them a little better.
Okay, and I got one final question for you. I know you're a big ice cream fan, so I'm going to go, what's the best flavor of ice cream at the CAF or in general?
Okay, well, I got two answers for that. So the best flavor of ice cream at the CAF, I would say birthday cake is really good, or the strawberry cheesecake I think is really good too, because it has the little bits of cheesecake in it. But my favorite flavor outside of the CAF is black raspberry chocolate chip. It's like black raspberry ice cream with chocolate chips in it. It's so good. It's my favorite.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.